If you're brand new to HighLevel and how it can help your agency business, then make sure you check out this video where I show you how to use HighLevel to power your business. So now that you're using the software to capture, nurture, and close leads, you may be finding yourself dealing with so many customer questions, fire, support tickets that constantly sucking up your time from working on your business. And that's where HR Pro Tools fits in. It's your complete solution for white labeling all the pre-built support, training, and resources you need to serve your customers and succeed with HighLevel. Let me show you how it works. If you're new to HighLevel or you've been using it for a while and you don't know how easy and amazing the funnel builder is, you're definitely gonna watch what I'm gonna show you here today. So let's hop into an account, and I'm here inside of the funnels area. I wanna show you a couple of the hacks that we use and why, honestly, we've started to prefer HighLevel's funnel builder over the alternatives. So one of the first things I want to show you is when you go to create a new funnel, one of the things that's common to a lot of funnel builders, but people don't realize is here, it's specifically only for agency owners, is there's a template library. So there are actually pre-built templates for some specific niches, and you can dive into the niche or the niche and actually pull out some examples. So I'm going to look at okay, pest control. Say I have a pest control client. I look at templates, and they've got a funnel here for $150 off your next service, right? So if you're looking for templates, you've got that. It is kind of a quick little hack, and you've got a ton of those that you can choose from. The other cool thing is if I'm going to start a new funnel here, I'm just going to pick one, and we're going to call it Grant Cardone. I'll show you why. Now, once you create the funnel, then you have to add a new step, and on the step creation page, they actually have this awesome little thing where you can import a funnel straight from ClickFunnels. So it says, you're not supposed to steal people's stuff, and I don't encourage you to steal people's stuff, but let's say you find a design and you're like, Grant, I love your funnel here. This is an awesome free plus shipping book funnel, and it would just save me so much time to start with that. I actually just paste Grant's link into the funnel builder. I hit import, and it does its little magic. You see it's got the importing and ellipses there, and it's actually going out to his funnel and grabbing all of the pieces off of it and recreating it into my funnel. So you've probably heard of funnel hacking. I don't think there's a faster funnel hacking tool than what I just did. So right now you're seeing me in here, and I now have Grant Cardone's funnel, and that took me all of less than a minute. So if you're trying to save time building a funnel and you have someone out there you're trying to emulate, I'm not encouraging stealing. I'm not encouraging ripping someone off completely. But even if you're trying to get your team to work on frameworks, right? If you're asking someone to build you a funnel and they're like, they don't even understand that, see how the headline was on the left and the checkout form was on the right? I want the headline on the left and the checkout form on the right. This is an easy hack shortcut to make sure everything's in the same spot, and you saw it took me less than a minute. Now, of course, I got to go through here and change out my logo so it's not Grant Cardone's logo, and change out my copy so I'm not completely ripping them off. But this is definitely a really cool feature that makes it a lot faster when you're building funnels inside of HighLevel. So the other things I want to show you right here is some of the things that are unique to HighLevel's funnel builder that are great things to then highlight for your own clients, right? So even that, when you're white labeling HighLevel and you're saying ooh, it's my brand, it's my SaaS, now your brand, your software has the ability to import ClickFunnels funnels in a matter of seconds. That's pretty cool. The other things that I think are maybe sometimes overlooked that are really huge value adds. In the top right here, you see on my screen, this little 5-grid square. When you start to build out funnels that have multiple steps, so I'm going to go ahead and import another step. I'm not gonna steal Grant's funnel for this one. I'm just gonna do a regular one, and so this is gonna be our thank you page. But when you start to build and you start to have many pages that you're building in, you'll realize the back and forth. You're going back and forth between pages, and other funnel builders you have to leave the editor, go back in. And it just adds a lot of friction, adds a lot of time to your building process. With HighLevel's funnel builder, you can toggle back and forth between steps or pages in the funnel right here in that top right. So that 5-grid square, look at that. I see my opt-in, I see my thank you. And if I want to go back and forth between opt-in and thank you, look at that. It's so much quicker. It's the little things that save you a ton of time and get rid of those headaches. It's the things like you didn't know you needed until you got it. And so hopefully you pay attention to that. Another cool thing is this little button over here. It's the like code button, like, you know, less than / greater than, or greater than / less than. That little symbol for code, it previews any HTML and JavaScript you have in the funnel, which is really nice. So if you have any like custom code that you're putting into a funnel, you click on this button and it displays it all on the screen. And so that makes it really nice when you're dealing with custom elements. You want to see how is this going to represent. You can actually toggle that on or off and see it all appear inside of the funnel. So that's the second thing that I think is really awesome, saves a lot of time. And the third thing is this idea of global sections. So I'm going to show you right here. So let's say we've got like a header right here for Grant. I'm going to click on the little save icon. You can do this for any of the green save sections or the sections. And I hit save and you've got the option of a template or a global section. So a template, the idea of a section is I'm going to apply it to other funnels. Not just funnel steps, but like literally different funnels. You can templatize entire portions of your business where you know, hey, we're going to start from this. This is kind of like the template, and this is what I'm going to work from. That's really nice. The global section is really nice too, because one of my biggest frustrations with other funnel builders is the things that you can do in like a typical website builder where you've got like the header and the footer is always the same. And when I change the header, I change the footer, it changes it everywhere else. That doesn't happen in a lot of other funnel builders, but not so in the HighLevel builder. So I can do this global section. So I'm going to call this global section, I'm really creative with it, a header. And now you see when I hover over it, it's kind of like a purple. It changes from a green section to a purple section. I'm going to hit save just to make sure that I've got that saved. And I'm going to toggle over to the thank you. And in the thank you area, I'm going to hit the plus sign. And then over here it has global sections. And now you see I've got that header global section. I can literally drag it, drop it in here, and it's exactly the same as what we saw from our original page, right? So I can save it. And that's cool, right? That saves a lot of time. But now things like you see there's Grant's got a menu element in here. I think this is a menu. This is actually a headline element. But let's say the logo, right? So I'm going to change Grant's my logo. I'm going to change it to, I don't know. We got funny icons here. This icon of a ball. And I save my logo and it gives you this prompt. You've made changes to a global section, which can affect other pages. Are you sure you want to save? Yes, I do. That's exactly why I love this feature, because now if I toggle back to our opt-in page, look at that. The logo is updated. So now if you have complicated funnels, we've helped folks that are building out kind of like templatized almost websites in the funnel builder. You can deploy stuff at scale. And so now when you put in a template, it could be a 50-page funnel, and you can quickly change out some of these global elements and it saves across the entire funnel, which is a huge time saver, as you can imagine, and it simplifies the management process, the creativity process, like all that build process, expedites it all. And so that is a really super cool aspect to the funnel builder. And so those are the top 3 things that I think are unique to HighLevel funnels. And if you're just getting started, I want to call your attention to, because they really are something unique to the build process, save a ton of time, and allow you to just start to get in there and do it faster, deploy it, value it at a next level. If you are getting clients in there who are asking you questions or wondering like, hey, can I have help with stuff? That's what we do. That's literally what our company does, is take care of all of those high-level headaches. It's hlprotools.com, and for $197 a month, we take care of all of the junk you don't want to deal with. We actually provide white label videos, white label articles, and white label support, like direct support, email, chat, hopping on a call with your customers, so you no longer have to deal with them. Which I know you love them, but you don't love when they text you at 8 p.m. to ask you, how do I, save a global section in my funnel? So if you have customers who are asking those kind of questions, head on over to HR Pro Tools. We are happy to take that headache away from you. And as always, stick around, and we got more great content for you to help you use and leverage HighLevel to the maximum potential, because it is a pretty incredible and powerful tool.